Okay. We'll be discussing chapter 2 today, overcoming your environment. The first question is, the way you think directly affect your life. Can you share your experience on this? Anyone? You can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself. It's a very, very simple question. This is based on your experience.
Can I try this?
Yes, please. Please, go.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to reflect this on my experience doing AdMaths examination while I sit for SPM equivalent to GCC O level or 10th in India.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you all know, AdMaths is quite tough for me. And then even before I go to the exam on, I say like, ayo, I'm going to die, I can't do it. And then it's reflected in my results. For physics, I say I'm going to try, and then my marks is not that bad. So in this experiment, that what I learned is that losing the battle even before go to the war zone is very bad for my outcomes. That is my learnings. That is how my feelings affected my action, my thoughts, and then the results also reflected my mental well-being and then the thoughts as well. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Suju. Yeah, I remember Edmund was so tough. Yeah, those days, yeah. Anyone else want to try? This is based on
I
your
can.
experience. Hi, Monaji.
Like, okay, just thinking along this question, you see, the way you think directly affect your life. Can you share your? Okay, so basically, for instance, like when I have thoughts of like sorrow or anxiety or fear, that literally affecting me in the sense like it is so heavy. Can I enjoy the present moment and all that? That is, I feel there's a direct connection to our life, and vice versa with high emotion, like happiness and joy and all that. It affects your life in a different way. So I think definitely whatever we think is affecting us in every way. You see. So yeah, that's I wanted to share that.
Yeah. Thank you, Monaji, for sharing.
Okay.
Okay. I will look at the chat later. So now second question, yeah?
Can I share question one?
Yes,
Sheila?
please. Yes, please.
The question, the way you think directly affects your life. What I feel is when you in the morning, if you think negative things, you think, oh, I got this, I got that, and problems, you think negative, then the whole day you attract negative circumstances. So if you think morning you get up, you think positive, you have gratitude, okay, today is going to be a fantastic day, whether it is or not, but you had that feeling, going to be a fantastic day, everything is going to work according to my way, and universe is going to help me. I feel it happens for me, Latila. So when you think negative, the negative circumstances will come. If you think positive the whole day, positive circumstances, somehow or other it will come.
Very, very true, Papia. Thank you for sharing. Yes, I
Yeah,
agree with
thank
you.
you for, I attended your session and all that. So every time when negative thought comes, I always, no, I have to think positive. Uh, I am trying to rewire my brain, like what she says.
Yeah. True,
I'll
true.
agree with Papia also, because
Yeah.
the moment when we wake up in the morning and when we think, okay, there's a problem there, my brain will be thinking, okay, is there a problem? If there's problem, then how the day will go, especially.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, for sharing. Wonderful, wonderful. Amazing. This sometimes they feel, for me, I think sometimes the book is a great way of changing the way we think, the way we live our life. I think, and this book is one like that. That's what I feel, and that's the reason I chose this book. And Thank you for sharing your experiences. So let's go to the second question. This one might be related to first question, but I just want to know what happens when we constantly think and feel sad. What happens? Who can answer this?
Life become very miserable, Akka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, true.
Yeah.
But what he says in this book, when you constantly think of, being
Our
sad.
cells, brain cells, all are already like molded to
Uh-huh.
trigger how
Mhm.
we feel. So it's very fast for them to react when we have that kind of feelings. That means the cells all are already
It's been
programmed already, I will say.
programmed, yes. Thank you, thank you, Deep. Thank you for sharing this.
So I would like to add on also.
Yes, please.
Okay, so when we think very, I mean, constantly think and feel sad, we will attract the similar situation of sadness and sorrow in our life. I think this is what the book also has says. What we think is what we attract. Yeah.
Very true, Mona. Thank you for sharing. Okay, question number 3. How do we break our current or negative habits or thoughts? This question is shared by Master Saras. Miss Saras. Meditation or affirmation? Who can answer this?
I think both, Latila.
Okay, who's talking
Yes,
first?
you have to go hand in hand.
Yes, thank you, Papia. I think Master Munshi is saying something.
No, I was not. I just wanted to say that in this whole chapter, it's talking about the cycle of thoughts that we think.
Yes.
Like, how do we break our current negative habits or thoughts, meditations or affirmations? Actually, in this chapter, he says the cycle of thoughts that we generate. Because if we have this current negative habits and thoughts, it will be repeated again and again. So we have to break it by thinking and visualizing the life we want to lead. That is what I understood.
Yeah, it talks about thoughts, what happens to the cells and everything, and it talks about some research also.
Yes, then
Yeah.
that is what he says, that you create the effect, create the cause.
Create the cause, yeah.
Yes, so it's a cycle that he's talking about, the cycle, the environment, the experiences, everything he's talking, that it is the cycle that we are, the loop that we are into.
I understand
And
what you're saying.
we have to break that loop by living in the future and in the positive way. The life we want to live, the life we want to lead, we have to be like that. That is, be, do, and then think, instead of think, be, and do. Instead of think, do, and be, we have to be, do, and then think. That is what I think he has said in
Yes,
this chapter.
I
It's
agree
all,
with you, but this question is asking us to think out of the box. So which one is? Let me look at the question again. Yeah. How do we break the current or how do we break our current or negative habits or thoughts by meditation or affirmation? Papia said both. Anyone else?
I think it is meditation. It's more of meditation, because by meditation we break the chain of our thoughts.
Yeah,
It's more meditation, less of affirmations.
I think both work. For me, both works hand in hand. That's my opinion. Okay, thank you for sharing your opinion. What about the others? Deep? Deep, what do you
Maybe for
think?
me, for the beginners, maybe when we are starting off, yes, it goes hand in hand. Then when you go on, then you strengthen your meditation, then maybe your affirmation is lesser, because you already have the thoughts and the one automatically come without you saying the affirmation. But maybe for beginners, they can start off like that.
Yes,
My opinion.
because you're already connected with the universal energy, universal consciousness. So everything happens as you think. Thank you for bringing this up, Deep. Anyone else? Sugu, what do you think, Sugu? Meditation or affirmation?
For me, I think meditation will stop current thinking. Affirmation will create a new thinking pattern. Like, let's say, I want to reduce weight. Actually, I really want to reduce weight. My meditation will stop me the desire wanted to eat more. Maybe I can affirm that I only eat when it's necessary. So there are two different things.
Okay.
I would say meditation to stop or to realize what is going on. Affirmation to create a new one.
Okay. Monaji, I just want to pick your brain on meditation. How is this meditation
Okay,
help?
okay. See, meditation, what it does is gives us, the more we meditate, right, it gives you an awareness of what's your mental process, mental pattern. Okay. So with meditation, you become aware what's happening. So if you know that you have negative thoughts and all that, so you're aware, okay, I'm having negative. So meditation is actually a tool to give you an awareness. Affirmation is basically what? It's just like, okay, for instance, um, um, how do I say that? Okay, okay, I want to I want to be peaceful and calm in all the situation. Okay, and we let's say I'm a person who always react. All right. So now today morning when I wake up, I say, okay, today come what may, I am going to be peaceful and calm. So when I do my meditation, it gives me that awareness. So throughout the day, I'm more aware of what's happening in my mind. So the times sometimes I might react, then I catch myself. Oh, I've reacted. So every time we keep reminding ourselves. So affirmation is just a tool, but of course, both is required. But eventually, affirmation, the more you meditate, you become, you see, your neural pathway has been changed. It has been rewired. So it becomes your new personality. Yeah. So that's my take on this question.
Thank you, Mona Murali, for a complete explanation. Okay, that's why I picked on you because I'm sure you'll get the correct answer.
I would like to add something on here.
Yes, please do, Ma.
Okay. Meditation, I can't see results when we do it once or 2 days.
Yes.
The mind have to be subtle. The mind will sit when there is a really is given. It's like a doing exercise. For me, I went to Vipassana meditation because I ran away from medical college and then I joined normal business degree. So I was older student compared to my other uni mates. I like a 22 or something like that, and then I go to university with a 19, 20 years old kids. So I have a lot of argument in my mind. Am I doing the correct thing or not? So it's forced me to go to the looking for a solution. The question is arise in me is who am I? Who am I? Who am I? This question been asked to myself 1,000 times in a day. I didn't ask, someone inside me is asking, who am I? Who am I? In order to get the answer, I ended up in meditation class. I tell you, 3 years, maybe first year I was playful and then jovial. Second year and third year, I was so calm. I really can predict what will happen like that. So every day I'll meditate 1 hour, 1 hour. Evening I'll go for jog 1 hour. It's like a fantastic example. So as I said here, meditation is not going to answer when we did only once. It have to be consistent work. Actually, this I'm also telling to myself, if we wanted to do something, meditation is the answer, yes, but we have to sit really consistently at do. In final year, I really don't know how to do this project, creating a soft copy or a software or software development or something like that. I literally sit and then ask for guidance. I said, this is my second degree, first degree, MBBS, I flunked and I ran away. Please help me. I keep on and asking. I got an answer. The answer is look for help. That's the answer. Look for help. Yes, I go out and ask someone to do the website for me, and then I got past my degree. So I strongly believe all these answers, our universe or our mind they know the answers. we have to calm down in order to receive the answer. I think affirmation even harder than meditation for me.
Okay, you see, everyone has a different opinion, but you are not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong. It's all based on you're talking based on your experiences. For me, I've been doing constant meditation for the past 4 years. For me, I do not say any affirmation. The only affirmation I say in the morning, I said, I'm a beautiful soul, I'm a divine soul, I'm the most prettiest person in the world, I'm strong, I'm healthy. This is what I say in the morning. That's the only affirmations I have. Asking for anything else, I don't do that because I feel I'm connected to the consciousness, conscious energy, and whatever I think happens. And I've seen it happening in my life. So each of us have different experiences, and I'm so happy that all of you are sharing your experiences. Thank you for sharing, Sugu. And thank you, Manaji. Okay, let's go to the next question. Your past is now becoming your future. Explain this. Your past is becoming your future. Explain this. This is talking about the thoughts that we constantly have, Who can explain this? Deep, can you try?
Give me a second.
I feel like when there's no changes
Mm-hmm.
that you've done
Mm-hmm.
previously, current, you will follow the same path and go because there's no changes.
Okay.
You've been carrying your burden, your emotions, everything. There's no clearance.
Mm-hmm.
You move on like that. So there's no any change that you are doing. No any, like the book said, like breaking your habits. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
For me, lah.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Anyone else has seen it differently? Your past is now becoming your future. When you're constantly thinking about, being in an unhappy situation, you're constantly thinking, your brain is rewired to think about that. Even your cells are thinking about that. Your cells don't want any changes. Even if you introduce anything new, your cells will say, no, I am very comfortable being like this. And you will not do. So that's why I say it's very difficult to break our habit once we are constantly thinking of something. So when you do that, so our past, being in a set environment will be the future also. There's no changes at all that's happening in our life. Thank you, Deep, for clarifying this.
That's why they say give shocks to the cells. Actually, you should shock the cells which is
Yes.
already like sleeping.
Yes. And that's why Ayappa always says, every day do something different. Okay, I'm trying to do that, and hopefully you guys will follow suit also. Okay, let's look at the next question. Question number 6. If the input is the same, will the output be?
You missed the question number 4. How does the environment impact our thoughts and our feelings?
Sorry, ma. Okay, I think Mona has already explained that anyway, but we will go to that. How does the environment impact your thoughts and your feelings? Anybody wants to share? How does the environment impact your thoughts and your feelings?
If I would share, I would like to share
But
that it was from the
don't
book, if
worry.
I'm not mistaken. If this there was a scenario given that they went to a
Yeah.
comedy club and you listen to a joke there, how do you feel? And the same joke that you listen in a dentist, how would you feel? Just because it's a comedy club, so you laugh and laugh. It doesn't matter how many times you hear, but when you heard it in a dentist, you are not even laughing. Why? Because your surrounding is such that you are full of stress
That is
and
very true.
anxiety just because you're in dentist. But it's the same joke, same thing. So I feel that's why they say your environment impact your thoughts and how you feel. It's the same thing actually, but why are you so stressed in a dentist and you are so jovial in a comedy club?
Very nicely put it. Very nicely put. Thank you very much. Okay, I just want to add on it. Let's say you are in an environment which is abusive. Okay, if you keep being in that environment, you are going to be abused throughout. So if you change the environment, you're taking yourself out from the abusive environment. That itself is a change for you. Just add on, yeah? Anyone else want to add on before I go to the next question? We have a great master here today, Devi Balasingham. You want to say anything about this book? Okay, I'll catch her at the end of the session. Okay, first.
Yes, ma'am. I will talk tomorrow or next class.
Okay,
Yeah,
add on next class.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, number 6. If the input is the same, will the output be different? Talia, would you like to try this?
No, I pass.
Okay, Nalis, would you like to try this?
To me, I think it's simple. If we keep thinking the same train of thought, we can't expect a different solution, a different output. And it's very difficult to expect something to change. In your expectation, you can't expect any changes because you are thinking the same thoughts.
Okay. Thank you, Nalis. Thank you for the clarification. And how to overcome this?
That's difficult.
Okay, change the thought. Change the thought.
But you have to be, I think, you have to be very constant in being aware of things, and because then only you can catch yourself thinking in the same thoughts and then catch it before you go down the same road.
Just to add on to what Nali said, yeah, I think we were talking about it last time. If you know every thought that you think will affect your brain, will we keep thinking negative thoughts? If you think about this, I think you will change your thought. You will change the way you think. That's what I did actually. So, anyone want to share about this?
Yeah, Ka, for that, for you to be able to be aware of what you're thinking, you need awareness. And for that, we need that meditation.
Meditation.
To give us awareness. It's going back to meditation again and
Yeah,
again.
I
Yeah,
agree with
sometimes
you.
they say you can be very unconsciously thinking. We don't even know what we are thinking,
Yes.
until we catch ourselves. So, I mean, I was before meditation, I was like, the thought processes just go, you're not even aware. But now, very much aware what's happening and sometimes we catch ourselves. So, yeah, coming back to, it's
Fully
still
agree
going
with
back.
you, Mana. I fully agree with you because without meditation, I wouldn't have been aware of my thoughts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. So thank you for bringing that up.
Actually, can I share my thought?
Yes,
Okay,
go ahead.
there is a say in Tamil, Ennapol Valkai. So I joined the 10 weeks class, online class from a master from India. The course is conducted one-to-one course. And they said in order to strengthen the thought process, they said first cut down your social media interface. I say like, why you want to cut down my social media interface? And then he said, okay, these are the things. And then he said, cut down your WhatsApp groups. So I was first I thought like, who are you to control my circle? Actually, it's really helped me. Now now I would really choose when answering calls or replying WhatsApp messages. I think, do I really wanted to have this conversation, or really I wanted to answer this WhatsApp calls? I would say it's like some of the calls or some of the WhatsApp we no need to answer or no need to reply. So these questions is reminding me, or reinforce in myself that we have to mindful of our thoughts.
Okay. I see it as an input there, Zuko. So whatever you put, only the output will be coming out. Okay. So even in spirituality, we always say, be aware of what you see, what you hear, and what you talk. So all these are inputs. So it's very important for us to take care of the input, so we get an output that is very good. Thank you, Sugu, for sharing
Thank
this.
you. Thank you, Ms. Dila.
Let's look at the question number 8. What are the traits of greatest individual who brought a change in a country or in their lives? The greatest individuals that I'm talking about is like Martin Luther King, Gandhi, and all these things. And I think I can call upon Deep, because she had a very good answer last week. Deep.
I try to recall back. Yes, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, they were already living in the future. They were already living how they wanted the country to be. So much so that they couldn't live in the way that they were living at that time. They were so held on their principle. Yes, correct. So they already saw the future, practically they saw it, and they want it to be like that. They are living there, so they cannot accept the way that they are living now. I feel that's the way.
Thank you, Deep. Because they already had a vision and they looked towards the future vision. So, and they were so adamant in following through. So that's how they brought the changes. Anyone else want to add on to this? Anyone? I think we have two or three new people. I will ask you questions next week, yeah? Okay, if there's no add-on, let's look at the next question. The study on playing piano and mentally playing piano demonstrated two important points. What are those? This one I'm going to ask Munshi. Can you answer this? The study on playing piano and mentally playing piano demonstrated two important points. What are those? It's in page 50.
He's muted, Akka. You have to unmute, Master.
Okay. 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 Done.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now.
Okay. About the piano, that it says is that he had 4 groups, number 1, 2, 3, 4. He has more emphasized about group number 1 and group number 4. Because group number 1 was playing the piano in physical form, whereas the group number 4 was not playing it, they were playing it in their minds. And the result of the brain test of both the groups were almost identical. So by that, he wanted to say, I think, that imagination, visualization, and practice, even in mind, that is visualization, constant visualization, can change our thinking pattern, as it changed for group 4. This is that is number 1 is constant practice, and number 2 is clear, very specific visualization. It cannot be vague. It has to be very particular, very in detail. As the group one was playing the piano, because they had the scales with them, so they were playing. And the group four was not having the scales, but they were playing in their mind, and the results were identical. I think that's he meant that our playing even in mind is as important as playing physically.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to add on, what he says is, if we focus our brain just by thinking differently, truly focus and single-minded, single-minded, it says the brain does not know the difference between the internal world or the mind and the experience in the external environment. So it's like the brain is thinking, even you're physically playing and you are constantly focused in thinking about playing, it's the same thing for the brain. It's amazing, right?
Right.
Amazing, right? So
Yes.
I was thinking, I was just thinking out of the box. If we exercise, we walk all the day, but we constantly think of walking. Does it work for us? Just opening to all of you. What do you what do you all think? Anyone?
Then we'll start walking, Laka. Isn't it not? Of course, you're not going to lose weight by thinking about it. It's just that motivates us to walk, right?
No, it does. It does. There was another study that did, and this one is what they were doing. I can't remember. This one person was doing something to grow the muscle, and the other person was constantly thinking about growing the muscle. The muscle also grew, it seems. So
Really?
really,
I would like to actually I have this thinking, just thinking, not doing it, or playing in the mental pictures. I've actually tried, but it's none of it worked. It's I'm against it, because I think 2008 or 7, the book called the Rhonda wrote a book. The secret book came, and then I was more than 100% believed her. And then I thought, like, okay, if I think about this, it's going to work, but then most of the thing is not work. So I'm we have to do it like a thinking, like only like a 10-15%, doing like 75%.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably, probably that we are not thinking as much as how focus and what do you call focus and single-minded thing. I don't know.
Leela,
My
can I add?
yes, Bhavya. Yes, please do.
This my what I feel. Sometimes yeah, we think. Me also want to think. But the thinking sometimes the feeling is different. Oh, will it happen? Will it not happen? When we have 1% doubt, also it will never happen. So the thinking and the feeling must be in sync. That is a bit difficult, lah.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. So in the secret book, you have to align your thoughts and your feelings, right?
Yeah. Even Dr. Joe Dispenza says that, right? The thinking and the feeling must be in sync.
Incoherence, in sync.
Yes.
Okay, we're coming to the last question.
Akka, shall we take? Shall we pick Saras's brain on this?
Oh, Saras.
Master Saras's brain on this.
Yes, please.
Well, I think for me, it depends on the circumstance. And like someone just said, I think Papia, she said it also, what we got to consider is how sincere is our thought. So if we have like 1% doubt, it's not going to happen. And I know a lot of us here like want to get healthy and start walking and all. But when we talked about the piano, the person who thought about just playing in the brain and the person who actually played improved like 33%, and the person who just played in the brain improved 22%. But the factor that they didn't mention here is that's all they did probably for a few days, like for 24 hours, nothing else. So everything was in sync. Like you should know which key you are going to press and all those things. So there's a lot of details involved. So that goes to something simple like walking. Let's say we're going to just think like we're going to walk and lose weight, but we are not doing it. But in 24 hours, how many hours are we going to think like, oh, I'm walking? So there's a lot of distraction during the day. That's not going to be in sync. But for this test purpose, though, playing the piano, the subject could have been just thinking about playing piano for 24 hours because nothing else was happening. That's what I understand. That's my understanding from the test.
If I'm not mistaken, they were only 2 hours, I think. Cyrus?
2 hours?
For 2 hours.
2 hours? Oh, okay. So my take on that is very divisive, in a sense that there are certain things that happiness is something that you can. So that's when to answer my question too, affirmations come in. So if someone is not able to meditate every time, so like when you say like let's say I am falling off with my thought process, I'm getting agitated, or I'm reacting in a situation where I'm not reacting, shouldn't be reacting, then what helps is affirmations. Okay, I'm going to stay calm. Maybe at that point I cannot sit down for meditation. Meditation is the starting point. It's the master of everything for sure for me. But affirmations come in. So in like walking too. So walking or anything physical. So what I feel is we should make ourselves comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. So you don't like to walk, go out and walk. So that's a change. And what that change does is it makes your neurons fire differently, because all these years, whatever age we are, 30, 40, whatever number of age, we have done the same thing every day, which makes the neurons, like even before we do it, it starts firing, our emotions comes out. But if we change to the uncomfortable one, then it fires in a different way, which makes us a better person. So meditation helps with that as well. So that, and also it's also our brain, right? We have a conversation with ourselves all those hours that we are awake, right? The brain plays all these games, mind games with us. Like, hey, let's go. Maybe, you plan to walk 7 o'clock in the morning, but come 7 o'clock, you're like, oh, it's hot, it's humid, it's too cold, or, I'll walk tomorrow. The brain plays all these games with you. But to get out there, to be uncomfortable, I think that's more important than just sitting and telling like, oh, I'm walking, I'm losing weight. But that I don't think that works for me. That's my take on this. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with your explanation. Thank you, Cyrus.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Cyrus.
Okay, let's look at the last question. What is your take on this chapter 2? This one I want everyone to answer, yeah? We start with the Master Munshi.
Yes, my take on is that I have to daily practice living in the future. I earlier used to say, forget the past and love your future. But after reading this chapter, I would really love to love my future now.
So what are your thoughts for future?
I have a lot of thoughts, and I will live that in my mind as like the piano.
I see.
And I will manifest it.
Great.
And that's why I think I joined this group. It was the divine guidance, the divine push for me to join this group and get hold of this book.
Thank you. Thank you,
and I'm grateful to all of you.
I'm grateful that you joined us.
My gratitude to all the masters.
We're grateful to you too. Thank you, Mujiji. Sheila, what do you think about this chapter 2? Was it easy to understand?
My take is what you think of past. When you think of past memories, you can only create the past experiences. So I think I have to live with, I have to fully understand this and change the way I think. I have to create a new personality so that I can create a new reality.
Thank you, Sheila. Thank you for the thank you for reminding us. Yes, you're very, very true. We have to create a new reality. Sugu, what's your take on this?
I sincerely believe that environmental playing a lot of roles, very important roles. First, second thing is our sad thoughts is connected to one to another. It's like, oh, I'm sad because, oh, this has happened because, and then we try to connect dot by dot. But then the happy thoughts will not tend to connect one to. I'm happy because I promoted, because I study very hard in the university, because we won't say that. But if we fall very sad, we will say, I'm this because of this. So sadness thought is very, very closely connected. That's very sad environment will put a person in depression. But then if we are very happy, even this is if we are very happy, we won't connect one incident to another incident. I'm happy because we won't say because I won this game, because I worked very hard to won this. We won't say like that.
Yeah, very true what you're saying, Sugu.
So that is my another thought. But I'm having challenges to take these piano things because I tried. Maybe my mind is full of other thoughts. Maybe I'm not coherently thinking and meditating in the same goal. Now I try to get. That's only three takeaways for me in this chapter two.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Sugu.
Thank you, Christina.
Yeah, I also, we always think about sad thoughts rather than happy thoughts, okay? But now, I think after coming into meditation, I stopped thinking about sad thoughts. I'm always thinking about happy thoughts. I'm sure you all will come to that stage soon. Okay, Sarasji, what is your take from this chapter?
Um, for me, changing the habits, breaking away from bad habits, and also mapping my future is what I think I got from this chapter. That's the most important thing. And also letting go of the past, of course, the negative thoughts that has been wired, which fires away when you have, like, we just keep reliving some of the bad memories, and I tend to forget the good ones. So I would like to hold on to the good ones and map a better future. That's it.
Thank you, Saras. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a different perspective or opinion about the chapter, and that's very great, because we all are thinking differently. And thank you for sharing all your thoughts on this. Apiaji.
Yes, Stella. For me, what I on chapter 2, my take is that our thoughts and our feelings must be in sync. So once it's in sync, we can do great things now. Okay, and to change to be greater than our environment. So we have to unlearn and relearn to live our greater life than our environment.
Thank you, Apiaji. Thank you, thank you. Unlearn and relearn. Yes, we have to do that on a daily basis, right?
Yes.
Because we have a lot of belief systems in us that we have to get rid of all the belief systems. That is unlearning. Okay, Nalis. What's your
Sorry,
take?
my dog is barking outside. For me, it's like for my own self, I would think that I would like to create a better awareness of my own thoughts. I need to be aware of my thoughts because thoughts just come in and go. So I have to create that awareness of my own thoughts. That's my take on this chapter.
Thank you for sharing, Nalis. And yeah, my own experience is the only way I could to be aware of my thoughts is when I started meditating. Earlier, I was getting all kind of thoughts, millions of them, but now it's hundreds of them. I mean, thousands of them. Okay, Deep.
My take for me, like my personal, I don't want my environment to choose how I feel. So whenever I keep reminding myself that whenever something happens and I'm aware, okay, I'm changing, my feelings are going towards the negative side, faster, faster come back. And I say, okay, I'm not gonna let that to affect me in my daily life. So trying to be more disciplined and steadfast of what actually I want.
Amazing, amazing, Deep. Thank you so much. You see, as I said, everyone has a different take from this chapter, and it's amazing when you share with them among us. Thank you, Deep. Monaji.
Okay, for me, I feel very powerful after reading this chapter too. Very truthfully, I felt a blessing in disguise that you actually postponed to today because I only read it yesterday, wee hours of the morning because my jet lag, I couldn't sleep. So I felt it was an opportunity for me to read, and I actually read chapter 2 today from 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. onwards.
Wow.
And at the end, I felt like, we all have that power, to change our life. And we are so conditioned and believe that, environment controls us, and we just allow people and environment to control us. So this one is like give me like a power to change. So it's, in essence, this is we are the creator of our destiny. So what destiny we want, we create it. So I thought for now I want to list it down, all the things how I want to be, how I want my life to be. I think we have to because it clearly says that he said you must have a clear vision. The vision is very clear, you know. So I think I want to sit down and write down first about myself, how I want to be, and the materialistic possession, what kind of things I want to have and what I want to do. So I want to list it down and live that future now. And of course, it's not easy. So I have to be very much become aware of it. And of course, with the help of all this book club and meditation and all that we are doing now, and it'll be very helpful to to go towards that goal, I suppose. Yeah. So
Thank
that's
you.
about it.
Thank you, Monaji. I'm going to take your suggestion and start listing down what I want.
Yeah.
I have a lot of bucket list.
Yes, we should do that. Yeah.
I should start listing it down. I've already thought about this. I must do this. I must do this. Here I should go. But I've never done it. I was thinking about it. Now I'm going to list it down, and I'm making a point to do one by one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Monaji.
Okay.
Okay, Talia, what is your take from this book?
Okay, this chapter is telling us that we should keep install, reinforce, and refine the neurological hardware so that we form a reputation in the neural network. Okay. It's like a software programming. We have to keep programming our brain.
Yeah.
But I quite don't agree about this piano exercise can be applicable in other aspects of life. For example, I cannot imagine that I will be winning a 100-meter race just by imagining running it, because I need physical strength, stamina for that purpose.
Good that you raised it up. I think we have to do our own research and investigate for us to find out whether it's happening to us. Okay. So
Okay, thanks for coming.
try it out. Try it out. Who knows? You might win the race. Okay, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful, excellent discussion. Okay, are you all comfortable with me creating questions? Because I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will start working on it, and then I'll start posting it 2 or 3 days before the session. And I think because I waited for the question to come, but really, Sarah sent me one. The rest, I'm sure I know you guys got a lot of things to do, and I said, okay, never mind. I have the time. While I was sitting in the hospital yesterday, I created all the questions. So I will start posting the questions, work on it. And you have any other questions, if you feel that you want to add on, please add on. No restriction. And I'm so happy that you guys are all opening up and talking about your thoughts, sharing your feelings and your thoughts about this book to everyone in the group. For that, I'm very, very grateful. And thank you, everyone. Talia, I posted in the book club, Talia. Okay. I have not seen the chat. Is there anything that I need to answer?
Thanks, Akka. Thank you so much for this. Nice.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone. So I will end the session.
Thank you, Tila.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Papia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. Okay, I will repost the question in the chat book club. So all of you, please join the book club. Thank you, everyone.